Hello, world. This is going to be a series of talks. Just trying to initiate based on the feelings which I get. What's happening currently through uh, boys' feelings, actually, and this today's topic is about the topic of baldness. Agree or not, we feel particularly when boys are bald, they get feel it's not a good feeling for them. But my question is why should it not be a good feeling? Basically, we are bald because we are boys. Baldness do happen to certain girls and women, but it's predominant with boys. It happens, and we are bald. But then what? But it affects in lot sense because we don't need a comb. That's an advantage. But then we don't have to style then and then. That's an advantage. We are clean. A bald person is clean. He requires less shampoo. That's again an advantage, cost effective. But then when it all comes down to a personality, there is a little challenge. But then why should that be a challenge? I could say in certain things I had to say like my feelings, like what is happening currently and what needs to be done to solve this problem, because this is a sector of a population which is being affected um, for not of its fault. And in this world, such kind of things are given a very lighter weightage, or lighter emphasis from everyone, from policy making, from everyone. It's just those outliers. The feeling of a boy who is in a marriageable age or who is in a dating age and he is bald. Now, what is his fault? Does many girl rate them at the least in their list because just because they are bald? And why is this happening? Baldness, men's baldness basically is actually just at the top head, at the top portion of the head. And in order to do, there is one concealment is happening in this world. People shave off even the remaining of the hairs and become completely bald. I could say this is the only concealment in the world which is actually done by even more exposing it. By making complete baldness, what is this message is being given to the observers? The message being given to the observer is I am not bald, but I have just tonsured, like I have completely done for a moment. I could see many financial pundits, financial managers walking over the downtown with coats and suit but completely shaven head. But when I just notice them, they are actually bald with certain amount of hairs over the other portion. Why is this concealment is happening? I just wanted to say that we should, as a whole, as a men's population or a population, as a as a in order to encourage baldness, like baldness is also a form a man looks. In order to do that, first of all, we have to reduce this concealment, and we have every person should embrace their baldness and walk as how they have been made by this nature. That one aspect I have to uh, see a change in this world. Another aspect I have to see is that more more personalities in films have to come in real baldness. We have to create, because there are not even boys, men, high profile managers, working professionals. Everyone is undergoing this problem, and everyone should understand that They are men, they have feelings, they also want to have a family, they also have to date. Yes, many people are having family, living happily, but then there is a challenge for people who would like to look for another girl or look for another proposal in a social networking. Everyone conceals their baldness by actually completely shaving off their head. This has to change, and this would change come first by reducing those concealment method, making more film hero personalities, leading personalities with real boldness. They have to come in the films, they have to come in the media. And number three, new social networking. Even when a bald person actually doesn't want to show his profile photo on the on his page, what happens actually is a default a default picture comes over it, and it has hairs. Why should that be? At least a common request I am giving to this world is that at least have a profile option, a default picture of a profile option with a person with a baldness. And this is also missing. And these three changes, basically reducing the concealment, eliminating that, and bringing more persons with baldness um, as that itself as a glamorous and a good looking feature, and also in the default pictures of the so-called various social networkings, if they can bring that default picture as an option too, like for men and women, and then for a bald men also, that would be a good representation for every persons in the society, because representation of every person in the society is required. And baldness is not a very limited proportion, it is a larger proportion. And as a baldness community, I would rather say we as everyone should embrace this, and we should encourage this. This is also one form of a beauty. And of course, and this hair is what finally, when we age, everyone is going to go, the hair is going to thin down, just for few exceptions, they still have good hair. But then hair is not everything. Boys, hair is not everything, and girls, hair is not everything. Like a person who loves you by heart, within from within, complete basically with complete conviction and complete uh, truth, is what is finally life is all about. And just by mere outside appearance is not going to help you in much way. So this is a short, I just wanted to make it short, but I just wanted to let you a boy's feeling to the world. Thank you. Thank you for time.